Joe has been under a lot of fire recently.
Is it because his studio looks like shit?
Well, that, but also apparently Spotify employees are like striking.
Oh, I saw that. They're trying to like demand that some episodes get edited or some shit, right?
So basically, Joe
fucking hell, man.
So Joe signed a contract with Spotify, and the contract, as far as I know, states that he has 100% creative control over the show. That was the one stipulation. Is like, I'm going to sign this contract.
I get to do whatever I want,
but I will get to do the show exactly the same of how I already do it, and you have no creative control and you have no say over the content. And as of right now, there's a lot of Spotify employees that are very angry.
Fucking
and
snowflakes.
They will find, sound bites from the podcast of times where he said certain things that were maybe insensitive or whatever. And they're like, really? This guy's the guy that we're paying hundreds of millions of dollars, blah, 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 blah. And it's funny because Joe will say anything and it will get turned into a headline. Like he's constantly in the news for just saying things that aren't controversial, but people turn him into controversy.
He could literally be like, I don't know what I think about the presidency, and they'll clip the I don't know how to think. It's like, I don't know how to think about what the debate was. And they'll be like, Joe Rogan admits that he does not know how to think. Well, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it's weird too because they'll get mad at him for like having right-wing people on. Like, he has Alex Jones on. How could he also had Bernie Sanders on?
Exactly. He's got everybody on.
Who else on the left would you even want him to have? Like, he's had Andrew Yang on. He's had Bernie Sanders on. He had Tulsi Gabbard on. He had multiple. I mean, he hasn't had fucking Trump on.
He needs to get Trump. That'd be awesome.
Honestly, no, it wouldn't, because he would just talk over him the whole time.
Well, I don't think Joe would allow him to talk over him. I think he would probably be like, Jamie, cut his mic if you have to, And I think that but he also wouldn't let him slide on bullshit. He'd be like, no, Mr. President, I'm asking you a direct question. Like, you need to answer that direct question. If you can't answer that direct question, that's fine, but quit answering a question I didn't ask you. Like, I feel like that's the type of, like, he would press it, kind of like that whole federal tax fucking question in the debates where it was like, I'm only specifically talking about federal taxes. I know you've paid a bunch of other taxes that are other different types of taxes.
I'm talking about your income tax. But
I'm only specifically talking about your federal income tax. And he's like, well, I've paid lots of taxes. I've paid millions of dollars of taxes. It's like, no. That's not what I asked you. Like,
yeah. I mean, he's never going to answer that.
Of course not. The same way he's never going to answer, or he's not going to denounce white supremacy.
Because here's the thing.
That was very interesting.
Here's the thing. He doesn't need to denounce it because his base doesn't care. And the other part is he knows that if he doesn't denounce it, he's just going to get more press and more people talking about him. Like, we're talking about that right now.
Facts.
We are not talking about anything that Joe Biden did or said because he barely said anything. But everyone's worried about all the things that Trump didn't say. And like the Proud Boys comment, it's like, oh my God, he's dog whistling to this far right neo-Nazi group that blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah, that is fucking scary, but at the same time we're talking about it right now. We're making it more real.
He was definitely pressed to answer that question, and his reply was, sure, I'll denounce anybody. What do you want to call them? And they're like, white supremacists. And he's like, well honestly, it's more problems with the left. Like, he literally just like skipped right over it.
Yep. But
we already covered that in the beginning.
Yeah.
Sorry to bore you guys.
Yeah. But anyways, I don't know how I don't think that Joe would do a debate moderation because I don't think he would enjoy it. And right now he's pretty much just kind of at that point where he's like, I want to do stuff that I enjoy. I don't want to have a conversation. I don't want to do that.
I mean, the same way he wouldn't be president. He has said over and over, he's like, what an unappreciated, stressful, underpaid fucking job.
Well, that's what people say about Trump, right? They're like, this man has humbled himself and he sacrificed his entire paycheck to be the public servant, blah, blah, blah. It's like,
he's an attention whore. Get the fuck out of here. That's the thing. Trump could be taking money from the Russians, fucking hookers, stealing money from charities, as if he just flew under the radar. No one would know. Like, if he just didn't have to be the center of fucking attention. If he would just like quit being a goddamn personality and simply just do whatever he wanted to do. And I think most extremely wealthy people intentionally lurk in the shadows. They don't want anyone to even know their name or their face or who they have money or like. There's literally so much of like, I don't fucking know, dude. I'm just like, well, I don't want people to know that I have $18 billion of oil money. Like, fuck.
That's the thing. It's like, would you rather?
I just want to walk into Walmart. You know, like leave me alone. You know, I want to go shoot guns and ride four-wheelers and fuck hookers and, you know, like
there's not really much value in being very, very famous.
It's kind of the opposite, honestly.
There is value in being very, very famous, but at the same time, you lose a lot as well.
You lose a lot of freedoms and
I think the worst.
Privacies.
I think the worst is these social media kids and stuff that never figure out how to monetize anything, and then they're just extremely famous with no money. That's the worst.
Not only, well, I also feel bad for the rise and fall of the TikTok kids. The ones that
fall?
Like overnight, they will get extremely successful. Like in a matter of months, they will have 5 million fucking people. And then something happens, they do something, they say something, whatever, and they fall and they crash and they burn, and then it's like it's just over for
I don't
them.
know if that's really happened to anyone yet.
I mean, I can't think of any specifics, but I mean, I even think of like even just small town kids. Like think of like that one kid at the small town in their small school that is good at dancing that gets 500,000 fucking followers, but
they never moved to LA.
And
or
everyone
anything.
Praises and worships them and thinks they're so incredible, and then, you know, they get addicted to drugs or they get pregnant or, you know, they go to jail or like something happens to them and then just they're gone, you know, and they like this whole, like, it's just like this rise and fall because it's a platform that like anyone can get famous. Like and it's so interesting because it's like, to me, in the world of easy to get famous, I think TikTok is by far the highest. And then the next level is probably Instagram. And then the hardest is definitely YouTube. And I feel like the reason why I say that is I see people on those platforms that like 200K on TikTok and they've got like 5,000 on Instagram and like less than 1,000 on YouTube. And I'm like, damn, like if it's that quick to grow, then it's got to be that quick to crash too.
Well, you do realize that you're labeling that based on maturity of the platform. That's how it always works. TikTok's the brand newest, Instagram's the second newest, and YouTube's the oldest. Like that's just how it works. Anytime there's a brand new social media, it's way easier to grow on it because people are looking for people to follow, and the content black hole gets like people like the social media needs content for it to survive, and in order to survive, it needs it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like
Vine.
Right now, obviously, it's the right time to be on TikTok because it's brand new and you can still get massive numbers. It's very hard to grow on Instagram because people are actively unfollowing people. No one's like, who should I follow on Instagram? They've pretty much got their core people that they already follow on Instagram, and they're not really following new people unless it's really something remarkable.
I pretty much only follow wheelchair people. That's it. Yeah.
And that's the thing on YouTube is the same thing. There's so much content that you're actually trying to figure out what not to watch and not what to watch. And that's the thing about any brand new platform is you're trying to figure out what to watch. What do I use this for? How is this different than Instagram? Oh, it's different because I like these comedy videos or whatever. I'm going to follow some of these comedy people. That's just how it works. Mm-hmm. Like anytime a thing is brand new, it's always going to be easier to make followers. And you're right. And I would even say below YouTube, the hardest way to get famous is through traditional media. Like I'd say it's probably easier to figure out how to get famous on YouTube or something than it is to get famous by being a really big actor or being on cable TV.
YouTube,
there's just way less positions.
YouTube, you as a creator can grow with your platform. Like your first videos are going to be your worst videos. And if you upload one video a week for 2 years, that's, 52 weeks a year, that's 104 videos. And then by video 104, you can hustle and you can grind your way to success on YouTube. Mainstream.
That's how it is on anything.
Like main, I don't think that works like in acting, for example. Like in order to get hired for a commercial or for a role in a TV show or in a movie, you have to already be good. They're not going to just allow you to be shitty.
You think that they didn't start off doing like free plays and shit?
No, like you can, but I'm saying like for it to be on video, I guess is what I'm saying. Like you can start out by going
starts off
going to like acting class and doing theater and maybe you're a performing arts degree in college.
Well, I think what you're describing is you do a lot of work for free until you get paid. It's like you do a bunch of like plays and stuff where you're not getting paid, and then finally you get good enough where you like book something that pays you.
I guess what I mean is like TV shows, movies, commercials. There's a lot of behind the scenes work versus on YouTube. It's all in front of the scenes work. Like look back.
No, it's not. You got to edit. That's all behind the scenes.
No, I mean, like, you grow. Like, look at any of your favorite YouTubers. Like, go back and watch look at their first 10 videos. They're gonna probably be crap. Like, they're probably gonna suck so much ass. But like right now, they're like incredibly high production and good flow, and they're good on camera.
I see what you're saying.
They got products and like
you can go back and see that.
You can see the progression. You know, like
unless they delete them
or hide them or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, make them unlisted.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed that clip. If you'd like to see the full episode, click right here. If you'd like to subscribe, click here. If you'd like more clips, we got 2 more right over here.